So we're live on YouTube channel. So we're live on YouTube channel. All right, so let's go. Let's go back. All right. Go back now. All right, let's share again. So we're going to share the screen again. All right, good. So we're gonna now create the graph for f of x plus 1, 2x minus 5 on our GeoGebra board. That is for you to see what it's like, what it really looks like. So you have a physical idea of what you're doing. All right. Let us take a look quickly. Let me change the share. Was it GeoGebra now? All right, so there we are. So we're now graph, right? Okay. So we're gonna be graphing. Now when you're using a GeoGebra, you don't have to type in f of x because naturally it's really f of x to do. So I have x plus 1, and then we'll be dividing that now by kind of x plus 1 divided. Maybe we should put x plus 1 top there, and that's all will be divided by 2x minus 5. See how the graph looks like?
Yes, sir.
So that is the graph, right? Good. Now, if you were to say reproduce that graph itself, you could do it. It's very possible to do it. Right? You could reproduce the graph itself if you wish. Follow? Now, in reproducing the graph itself, you can use a graph paper to manually do. You just put in different values of x. Good. Now we're going to put wherever x is, we're going to put the value of 3. Let's see what happens. Everybody watching? Everybody watching? Everybody? All right. So we're going to put in the value of 3 in the graph itself. So we're going to put 3 here. Put the value of 3 in bracket right here. Good. But the graph gone. All right, the graph gone. But GeoGebra basically work it out for you, right?
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
Everybody following?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what you're really having there, so what it's saying to us is that when x is 3, then the value of y is 4. That's what it is saying. So let us remove the 3 and put by the x and see if that is true. So we're trying to remove this x. All right, still working it out. All right. All right, let's put it back. So we have x plus 1. X minus 5. All right, so we're looking for the x value now. When x is 3, what is the value? What is the value of y? So look on the x, look on the graph. So here's the value of x. This is x. This is number 3. And remember, just to remind you, in case you forgot, the lines going up vertically is x equal. X equal. So in this case, it's x equal 3. Is that clear? The lines running across horizontally is y equal. Is that clear?
So.
Right. So when you're reading from the graph, you go up. So when x is 3, y is what?
4.
4.
Is that no? When x is 3, y is 4. So just by using the graph is an alternative to the calculation. So if you know to plot this graph properly, and when you're practicing from past papers, I know at least one person in this class tries to practice from past papers. And I emphasize the word tries. Right? If you don't mind, emphasize the word tries. So, and other times, do a slightly good job. Good. So, if you plot to say start off when x is 1, what is y? It'll be 2 over -3. Good, -2/3. So if you look at it when x is 1, right here, they come down here. Good, the fraction between 0 and -1. So it'll be -2/3. It's a fraction. Good. If you say when x is 2, when x is 2, and you realize that x is never 0. If you look at the graph, x is never 0. You realize that? What is that? X is nowhere. Well, sorry. When x is 0, if x were to become 0, the graph would have been what we call it undefined. So anytime it's x in the denominator, anytime the denominator is 0, if the denominator itself is 0, if the denominator is 0, please note that the graph will be undefined. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So there's no way the denominator can be 0. Otherwise, if it work out to be 0, then the graph is going to be undefined. Make sense? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So basically what you do is substitute the values. So where x is to put the number 3. So 3 plus 1 is how much?
4.
4. Good. And where, so and then 2 times 3 is how much?
6.
6. And 6 minus 5?
1.
1. So it's 4 divided by 1, which is the same thing as
4.
4. Good. All right. So all you do is just wherever x is equal to the value, and you can work it out. That's how you do that. Now for the next one now, so all of the graph will have the same orientation because they're same type of functions. Good? Okay. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right, so part one, you just need to know that you must substitute the values. So if work out G of 4 for me, work out the second one for me, G of 4. Work out G of 4. Crystal, that guessing at the house?
Huh?
Guess. All right, so try and do G of 4 and tell me that G of 4. Both of you try G of 4 quickly.
And then I did 5.
You got 5?
No, no, I'm talking about that.
Okay.
I got 3 over 5, but it's not fitting, so I'm missing it. So I'm confused.
Eh? What'd you get? 3 over?
5?
Yeah, so what? So you think you answer wrong?
No.
Oh, the answer. The answer right. That is right, actually. What answer you get?
I got the same thing.
You got the same thing. All right, so let's see if you both got the same. I got. Right, so we're gonna see you got the same thing that I got. All right, let's bring up my board. I'm bringing up my board here. Give me a second. I'm trying to bring up my board. All right, good. All right, so let's just look at it. So for those, but to your sake, I guess you did not see the question. All right. So that is 2x minus 5 equal to x plus 1. All right, so we write our function g of x is equal to 2x minus 5 divided by x plus 1. Here we are on the board. So we are supposed to now use G of 4. So we are saying now where x is. Where x is, we are going to put the value 4. Where x is, we're going to put the value 4. So we can rewrite that by saying now G of 4. So we put in the G of 4 is now equal to 2 bracket 4 minus 5, and we put 4 plus 1, and therefore the answer here would be equal to 2 4s 8 minus 5, 4 plus 1 5, and final answer the 3/5. So that's what you students got?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. Wonderful, eh? Not bad job. So we're going to move on from there now. Let's move on from there, so now. All right. So now we're going to move on to the other part of the question. The other part of the question says show that. Can somebody tell me what type of function you think that is? Can anybody tell me what type of function you think that is? H of f. H of f of x. What can tell me? Just by looking at it, what it looks like to you. Work the try now. It's work the try. Work the try. Anybody?
Okay.
Come again, Krista?
No.
Right. What is being shown right there is really called a composite function. It's called a composite function. So when you see the functions, you have h of x combined f of x. So you realize it's just like you have this. And you have another rectangle on the inside. So this rectangle here is f of x, it's h of x rather. And the other one is f. Make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
You don't have to answer me, so you know if it makes sense.
Say that again.
Come again?
Say that again, please.
Now I'm saying you have to pay attention because I don't want to waste the treat noise. All right. Know what I'm saying? I'm explaining what I mean by a composite function. It's like you have two rectangles. The bigger one is the outside function h. The smaller one is the function on the inside, which is f. So you say that f of x is on the inside of h. It's clear? Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now when represent that now, if you know, it says show that. When you see the instruction that says show that, in other words, you need to show them that the answer, they gave you the answer. They gave you the answer. So they ask to work it out. But they gave you the answer, therefore you have to work it out. So therefore then, let's go to other board now and see how that's done. All right. So the two functions, h of x which is equal to fx plus 1, and that is 2x minus 1. So, and the other one is now f of x is equal to x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 5. So now they're asking you now to show that f of x, to show that h f of 3 is equal to 3. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you can do that, you first have to assemble the composite function. So note it's a composite function. So make a note of that. That part 2 is a composite function. Make a note of that. All right, so we're going to now put them together now. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we're going to put f of x. No, note, it don't really matter how we do it. Because they give it f of 3 already. So I could say, but let's put work out f of 3 first, and then the value we get, we'll put it where x is in h of x. You understand? Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
You must answer me when I know if you hear me. So
I
please,
said it like 3 times.
one time here, yes, sir. Never hear before. Honestly, one day give me time. But let me show you how to do the composite first part. Show you the composite first part. So you understand the situation. So we know that 5 is going to be right there, sir. But all of f of x would go where x is right here. So watch this now. So I'm going to put all of f of x. So this will become x plus 1 over 2x minus 5. See that? All of it. We'll bracket the whole thing. All right. Then we'll put plus 1 on the outside. See it now? So basically we'll put the function f of x, where x is in the function g of x, making it a composite function, because you're basically putting the two functions together. Everybody saw that?
Mm-mm.
You don't see that?
No.
So then I would up on YouTube, I behave myself. I'm still not blind.
I probably am. I need my glasses.
Oh, okay.
Don't laugh.
Let me not laugh, sorry. No, you're serious. You think a joke here, man.
No.
Oh, you're serious. All right. So note. So this here is h of f of x. All of this right is h of f of x, which is a composite function. Right? That is what we call a composite function. Make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So composite function really mean you're putting a function into another function. But how you do that? You replace the x with the function. Replace the x with the function. That was slow enough? Was that slow enough?
Yes, sir.
Just a check. All right, so let us put in the value of 3 now to show that. So we're going to put in the value of 3 and see what happens in f of x. Because f of x, it must go into now, not h of x, f of x. Now, so watch the story now. So wherever x is, we're going to put the value of what? 3 plus 1. And then 2 times 3. But we're supposed to know the answer already, don't it?
6.
Yeah, man. 1. Supposed to be 1.
Oh,
Remember at the top.
I
See,
thought
you
you
have to
were.
pay attention. You have to pay attention. Remember, say you already get the answer already from at the top. Remember, say already the answer from f of 3 already, the same thing. So they made the exam easy for us by just
So
ensuring
why don't we just use the answer?
that's what we're supposed to do. Good. So we never need to rework it again, because the answer is actually 4. All right. So we work it out before. All right. Good. All right. So we use the answer itself. Yes, Miss Lawrence. All right. So it means that we're going to put 4 here in h of x. So 5 times 4, bracket 4, plus 1, and 2 times 4, minus 1. So we can compute. 5 4s Who know the maths? 5 fours. 20 plus 1 is 21. 2 4 is 8, minus 1 is 7. And that now become 21 divided by 7, which is equal to 3. So that's how you use a composite function. So we show you the symbol for a composite function, which is this. We show you to put the functions together. The one on the inside is a small box. You put it in a large box. So the large box is the rest of the function. So you bracket it. So you realize that this is f of x and this is f of x being replaced. X is being replaced with f of x. So in notes, for notes, for the whole idea of notes, just note that the function on the inside replaces the value of replaces x in the other and the function on the outside. So you can write it like that. The function on the inside replaces the x in the function on the outside. Make sense? Understand? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes,
For
sir.
now.
For now. All right. And then you just calculate back, and you're good to go. Because if the 4 is the value of f of x, which is y, the 4 is the value of f of x, you just drop the 4 there. 4 there. And then you work it out, get your answer. All right. Can I move on now?
Yeah.
We don't want to try for no. No, I want to try for no. So we're freestyling tonight. Freestyling. All right. So when I learn something tonight, learn anything else?
I already knew it, so I mean.
What now learn else?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. All right. Now the third thing now. The third thing now, which is the third thing now, which is write down the expression for. Anybody can tell me what this expression is? Any idea? This much any idea? Any idea? No idea?
No, sir.
All right. It represents the inverse of a function. So when you see a negative one at the top, it's saying the inverse of the function. So you can go ahead and write that down. Inverse of the function. This one is kind of tedious, but not hard. Tedious but not hard. Did I say that right? What answer? Tedious but not hard. All right. May I now move on? May I move on?
So what is the inverse of f?
The inverse of the function f of x. So we're going to learn how that is done now. And I said before, when you go and watch a video tutorial, you will get a better understanding for yourself. All right. So in case I move a bit too fast, you have my videos to watch at your pleasure and leisure.
Long?
Give them what?
Long.
Yes, the answer is yes. I'm just kidding. But it is longish. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we have now, let's rewrite f of x. So we're going to go back to the board now. Back to the board now. Until I know you're out there watching, so ensure that your Wi-Fi come back by tomorrow, because we're not streaming this tomorrow. We're only going to upload it. All right, so let us go now. So we have, so we're supposed to now write down, everybody seeing the, that's what we're seeing the whiteboard itself. Okay, I see the whiteboard. So we're supposed to write down now, let's say now, just to write down, seriously, write down the expression for, so you're not solving anything. You're just writing down the expression. You're not solving anything. You're not solving anything. Make note of that. It's a write down, so you're not solving anything. Is that clear? Good. Make sure when you go into the exam, you read the question right, because I'm sure you can read. Well, that's what I hope. But Sabi, that's what Mr. Bernard said. Crystal used to. All right, Crystal?
No,
Oh, you're not used to me. Okay.
no.
All right, we're here for no minute. All right, now step number one. Step number one. As I said, the notes is given in the video, so I don't have to write notes right here. Now, in step number one, you're first going to rewrite f of x as y. Just like that. And you rewrite back the function. So that's step number one right there. So if you want to make a note of it, you can make a note of it. When writing the inverse of a function, you change f of x to y first. The second step, you're going to replace exchange positions of the variable. So wherever y is, you put x. And wherever x is, you put y. So the y plus 1. And 2 times y minus 5. Everybody got that?
That's it?
That's the second step.
Okay.
The third step now, you will solve for y. You're going to solve for y. Where is the solve for y? Where is the solve for y now? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. All right, so we'll solve for y now. So, but first, you have to cross multiply. So you will solve for y. So therefore, x will be multiplied by the denominator, right? So therefore, x bracket, the denominator is 2y minus 5 equal to y plus 1. But remember now, you're solving for y now. Remember, you're going to solve for y. So you need to put y on one side. That's the whole idea, to keep y on one side. So, but before we can do that though, we first, after then now, carry out this thing itself. Carry out this. Carry out this. So you're going to have 2x. This is a distributive function, distributive law. 2xy minus 10, which is equal to y plus 1. Everybody get that? Everybody got that?
No.
And I hope you get it. The aim is to get y on one side, you know so? That's the aim. So we'll carry over the 1. And it, once you're carrying over a number to the from you basically mean that you're reversing the action. So here's just addition, so we're subtract on this side. So it'll be 2xy minus 10 minus 1 equal y. Equal y. Equal y. So you will end up with 2x y minus 11. Or get the minus 11 because minus 10 and minus 1 give you minus 11 equal y. But we have 2 y's. We only want 1. We have 2 y's and we only want how many? How many we want?
1.
1. So how we going to get rid of this now? It's a big question. Any ideas? Any ideas from here, son?
Mm.
Any ideas? Alright, no ideas. No, we're solving for y. Take a good look. If you carry over 11, you have y plus 11. And then you have 2xy. But we need to get rid of the y. We're solving for y, that is. No ideas it?
2xy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we solving for y?
We're solving for y.
Okay. I think
Mark, you still know. We could let the equation be equal to this. All right. We want to try. Okay, try it then. You want to try. I'll give you a chance to try.
okay.
Give me a chance.
Would you this is about my editor. All right. Would you would it be like 11 over 2x minus 1?
2x minus 1.
11 over 2x minus 1.
Yes, it looks like that. Right, let's see if it's correct. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, let's carry over the y. 2x minus y. So when you carry over the y, minus 11 equals 0, right? So if we carry over the 0 now, if we carry over the y now, let us see how that is done. If we carry over the 0, sorry, the 11, you will end up with 2y minus 2xy, sorry, minus y equal 11, positive 11. What did you say the answer was a while ago?
11 over 2x minus 1.
Okay, yes, that's correct. So we're going to now factorize. So the common factor between 2xy and y is what? The common
Y.
factor is y. So factorize meaning that, and Crystal, listen to that, what we mean by factorize, okay?
Mhm.
So we'll find what is common between the expressions and y is common. So we divide both by y. So y into 2x, y going to go 2x time. I put the bracket. And y into y goes 1 time, so minus 1. And what they use to divide, they put on the outside of the bracket. And that's now equal to positive 11. So we can now divide. We can divide this side now by 2x minus 1. So we want y to be by itself. And then that now we're going to cancel. This cancel this. And then y is going to be by itself. And then we carry over what we do on one side, we do on both sides. So the 11 now, as she rightly said, 2x minus 1. See there? Boom, bang. Got it? Live on direct. Live on direct. Live on direct. All right. So let's rehearse the steps. You write about the function that is given to find the inverse of. You rewrite it, turn f of x into y. That's the first step. Step number 1, you transpose or you exchange position of the variables. So where x is equal to y, where y is equal to x. Then you cross multiply. And you sort out yourself. They use the distributive law right here and simplify. You simplify right here, you get this. You try to make y by itself. So of course you can carry over the 1, you carry over the 1, become negative 11. And then you stop right here and start to think. I say, okay, we make the whole expression equal to 0. Then we carry it back now is 11. Factorize. Or factorize and we get y outside by itself now. 1 variable y. So now we can solve for y by itself. So the inverse of the function is 11 divided by 2x minus 1. All right? All right?
Okay.
All right. That's all I put. All right. Good. So all of question number 1 would have taught us how to find the inverse of a function, the composite of a function, and so forth. That's what all of question 1 taught us a while ago. All right. So let us now switch to our questions. All right. So one question for several different topics there. Better believe it. All right. So I'm going to give you a chance now to do one for yourself. Complete question for yourself. To do number 3, write down number 3 and do it for yourself, please.
It's going to make my head hurt.
No, I said, I tell you, it's easy to deep breath. Just started what you know already. So it's refreshing your mind. Started what you know. It's ways to the colon, it's the same as putting the brackets. So the same idea. Just take your time on the question number 3.
I know. Yeah.
Excuse me for a minute, please. Whew. Realize. All right. You ready for me to continue? Can you let me know? Most questions will depend on how fast you work. Crayons. Anybody finish part one as it?
Yes, sir.
Crystal, they finish part one as well?
Yeah.
By chance? Okay. All right, so we're doing question 3, January 1998. All right. So we're doing question 3, January 1998. All right. All right. Okay. So we're going to go further now, right? So, what did you do? Crystal, I'm going to ask you first. What did you do to find f of negative 2?
What did I do
To find f of negative 2.
Oh, so what
Sorry, hold on. Crystal's question.
oh, oops, okay, sorry.
Crystal, I'm listening to you. Go ahead. You did it already?
So where, sorry?
Have you done it already? Did you do it already?
Yeah,
Okay. So what did you do? I don't hear you. I'm not listening. Just tell the steps you carried out. All right. All right. So you're going to give me an answer then. Give me an answer. What answer you got? Tell me what answer you got, Crystal. Crystal. I'm not hearing you. If you were speaking, I'm not hearing you. Crystal seems to be having some Wi-Fi issues there. All right. So what answer did you get?
I got 1 over negative 1.
1 over negative 1. So if
For
you
what?
get,
Wait, for I?
yeah,
Neg-
I f of negative 2.
Yeah, that's what I got.
1 over negative 1.
Yeah, man.
What's the final answer if you have 1 over negative 1?
How?
What's the final answer if you have y over negative 1?
What's the final answer if I have a y over negative 1?
Yeah, you have y over negative 1. What's the final answer? What is it? 1 over negative 1, right?
Yeah, 1 over negative 1.
Yeah, and what's the answer? What's that answer?
Isn't that the answer?
Huh?
Isn't that the answer?
So 1 over negative 1 is what? The negative 1? 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1.
So you want me to put the final answer,
Then
I can't just leave it like that?
No. You can't leave that up.
Foolishness, but okay.
All right. So here we're going to go now, you know?
Mm.
Find what's up with Crystal. Give me a second. Drop off. All right, so let's continue. So wherever x is going to put negative 2, so let's rewrite this function here. So we can write it as f forward, put our arrow there, x, well, we'll put 2. And wherever x is going to put 2, well, let's not put 2 there, because it might appear as if we're talking about 2 there. So put 2 bracket negative 2 minus 3 and then we'll put minus 2 here plus 1. So now we're going to calculate that now. And you're going to get 2 minus negative 2 give us what? 2 times negative 2 give us negative 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Negative 4, so the answer wrong. Minus 3.
Wait, say that again.
Negative 4 minus 3, the answer wrong.
Oh,
The
it's
minus 2
negative
plus 1 give you
4.
negative
I
1.
put 4 minus 3.
You have to pay
Oh,
attention to what you're doing. So right there now we're going to have now -7 divided by -1, which is equal to 7. So the answer is 7.
That makes sense.
Makes sense? It is correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. I put the wrong thing. That's why.
But
Like,
you can't,
instead of
you cannot
-4,
afford to do that. Cannot afford to do that. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be careful. Try to be very careful what you do. Good? All right, so we're going to continue. Still trying to get Crystal on the phone. Let me see if she's all right. All right, so we're going to move on. Did you do the composite one?
I don't even know if I did that right.
You tried it? You
I
did try
did.
it?
Yes.
1 second.
You have reached the voicemail of 1473. You have
All right, so let's move on from here. That's so since they say you tried, let's put it together. So it's a composite function again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So what do you do now? It's a composite function. So it says evaluate g of f -2. Now we already work out f of -2 already.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So all you're gonna do is put the answers you got for this one, where x is in g, and g is, so you shouldn't get this one wrong. This is similar. I think something is wrong right here. You're supposed to be put the x right here instead. X supposed to be right here instead. All right, so the x supposed to be not there, but right here. All right, so g of x is x plus 2. So the composite function now, because we know the answer for f of -2. So now we can just put where x is in g of x, we're going to put so this now will become f of -2. And then that now is going to be equal to 7 plus 2. So this answer is equal to 9. What answer did you get?
Not nice.
That means you're not apply it, you're not pay attention and apply it. That's the problem. So we just did this a while ago. That's the whole point of giving it to try it. All right. Have you tried the other one, is it? The
No.
inverse?
No.
All right, try the inverse now, please.
Wait, can you go back to that screen?
Which one of the screens?
The one you just come off of.
Where it is?
Thanks.
Crystal probably having some technical problems too.
Can you go back to the question?
Question. All right, so let's grant your request. But there we are.
It's 0.
Mhm.
Okay. What they mean by undefined? Undefined.
No, do the part two first. Do it step by step.
Okay. I will follow Jesus. I will follow Jesus. I will follow Jesus. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. We love times. I will follow Jesus. I will follow Jesus. I will follow Jesus. Take me to the water.
Take me to the world. Take me to the world. Die before the Jesus. Die before the Jesus. Die before the Jesus. Finish?
This is hurting my head.
Huh?
This is hurting my head.
Stop talking. Just take a deep breath, as I said. Stop speaking like that. Okay? Stop speaking like that. Just take a deep breath. And do your thing. So finish it?
Trying.
What?
I'm trying.
Okay. Bowing for the Jesus. Bowing for the Jesus. Bowing for the Jesus. Bring me back to this.
1, 1 plus
Jesus is, Jesus is. Stephen, no? Finish our survey?
Almost.
We skip page. What you look for?
I'm not looking for anything. I'm like working out on one page and then going back to the other.
You can ask me time pointing survey. If you write it down from before, you don't know, say step by step. All right, come, take me through the entire thing because I can't
We
record.
need take it through the entire. Why are you recording?
What is my name?
Pardon?
I don't understand that question.
Why are you recording?
I'm not going to answer that question, but I did say it before.
Okay.
Sure, it is everybody online, don't it? Okay, sure of that. All right, let us proceed, please. We're going to we can record silence. All right, let's move on.
Ay, ay, ay.
So first, we're going to say determine f inverse of x. So write in f inverse then now right by the function, which is f of x.
Sir, what are you doing? Are you writing somewhere?
Yeah, doing the inverse.
Oh, sir, you're not on the right screen.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Okay, so there it is now. So inverse of x, which is now 2 of x which is 2 of x minus 3 x plus 1.
Uh-huh.
So in a case like this now, you're going to write f of x as y
Mm-hmm. 2y minus 3 over y plus 1.
No, let me just say 2x minus 3. Then x plus 1. Second step.
Okay.
X is equal to 1. And y is equal to x
Equal 2y
equal 2y
minus 3
minus 3.
over y plus 1.
And y plus 1. Right?
Yeah.
Then now, after that, you're going to cross multiply. So cross multiply in this case mean you multiply this by this. Cross multiply. Then you're going to have x bracket y plus 1 is then equal to 2y minus 3. So we're going to simplify. So we can have xy is a distributive law plus x is equal to 2y minus 3. I'll get xy, x times y, x times 1 is x, right?
Mhm.
And we want to keep y on one side. We want to keep y on one side. We want to keep y on one side.
Mhm.
So, to keep y on one side, then we have to carry over the 3. So we have xy plus x plus 3. Good. Which is now equal to 2y. But we can bracket this. Keep this as a bracket by itself. Good.
Mhm.
But we need to carry over the 2. So we divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. Two. And this one we divide by 2 too. Then, see what I'm doing?
Mhm.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So we'll move further up the board. Then we have, so basically I can say we want to put half x with a half, by dividing by 2, which is a half of not that. You have x, y plus x close bracket plus 3, and now we have y by itself. But what if you get rid of one of the y's then? Now to have y by itself, we can factorize. So now we can factorize now. You see where we're coming to the factorization part now?
Mhm.
So we can factorize now. So we factorize, we get about the half same way. Because once I divide by 2, it's still half. So we're going to take the x on the outside because it's common. And we'll leave y plus 1. But before we can do that, really, before we do that, we have to get rid of the y first. Hold on. We have to make this be 0. So we divide y by both sides. We divide y by both sides, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's do that first. So we want to carry over the y. So let's carry over the y. We want to carry over the y itself. When I carry over the y, it will be minus y. So you have half, same way. So the bracket. Xy plus x, close bracket, plus 3. Okay, I have minus y. And both sides equal to 0, right? Make sense? So how are we gonna fix this now? How are we gonna fix this now? Any ideas? Eh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll fix it, man. Let's say we can fix it.
Yeah.
So we can factorize.
Wait, can I work this out real quick?
All right, do it now.
Now we're solving for x. So
Solving for y.
what I mean y, sorry. What happened? All right. So xy plus x plus 6 minus 2y equals 0. So that would be xy minus 2y equal negative x minus 6 open bracket x minus 2 close bracket. So y equal negative x minus 6. So would y be the negative x minus 6 over x minus 2?
All right, let's answer again. Let's answer again. Huh? I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Negative. Pardon?
No, I'm asking that's the answer you got.
Yeah.
So that's the answer you got. Let's continue then and then see if we're on the same part.
Okay.
So we factorize out the x, eh? So we have x, and in bracket we have y plus 1. We have plus 3 minus y. All right. Equals 0.
Mhm.
So now we have to do something here, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a bit tricky. But whenever we make a mistake on this one. So y plus x factorize. All right. So in this case now we'll have we can carry over something here. We can open the brackets. And let's see what I've opened the bracket. No, we can't do that. We have to carry over the half x, right? We carry over the half x. So if we carry over the half x, we have to divide both sides by a half. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Agree?
Yes, sir.
Agree? We not hear you.
Yes, sir. I don't want I thought you could hear me.
Oh, no, I hear you. All right. Say for yeah. All right. So what is the problem here? What is the problem here? Because that y that we want by itself will give us a little problem. Y plus 1. Crystal is back. All right. All right. So while we wait on Crystal to come back on, we're still trying to figure out if we're on the right track with this one, if we're on the wrong track. Huh? So let's check back our steps again. So we change it to change f of x to y. Then we can replace them. 2x minus 3, x plus 1. Sorry. Yeah, good. Then we cross multiply, we get this. Then we got this. Then we're trying to leave the y on the one side. So we carry over the minus 3 become plus 3. So x plus y plus x plus 3 right there. So we're trying now to keep y on by itself. Now we can get rid of the 2. We can get rid of the half, you know how to get rid of the half?
Okay.
All right, to get rid of the half. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove this half from right here, because maybe where the half is might be giving us headache, all right? So let's rewrite it like this. That's also how maths is. Sometimes you make mistakes. So we have x on the outside, y plus 1. We'll put the 2 right here. That is it. Yes, that is it. Plus 3 minus y equals 0. Good. So then we can multiply everything by 2. We can multiply everything right here by 2. But before we do that, let us carry over the 3 first. What do you say about that? Can you carry over the 3 first? Yeah, man, let's carry over the 3 first. So we still have x on the outside, y plus 1, 2 here, so. And we're going to carry over the 3. So you have minus y. So this is a bracket right here. So we'll have minus y right here. Then you have minus negative 3 on this side. Good?
Okay.
So then now, if we do things this way, all right. If I multiply everything by 2, we can get rid of this 2 here by doing so. You follow what I'm saying? You hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So let's say we multiply everything by 2 right here. So this, everything here is by 2. So this cancels this. So you end up with x bracket y plus 1. And then now you're going to multiply, use this 2 to multiply by negative 2. So you have negative 2y equal negative 3. So that now?
Yes, sir.
So we divide both sides by x now. This must divide by x. And then we have now y plus 1 now minus 2y. So we'll come alive again now. Equal to 1 negative 3x. So now we end up with negative 1 because we have y minus 2y, all right? You get that? So let's put a little box over this side here. So this y plus this 2y will give us negative y. Got that? Equal to negative 3x minus 1. Because we care about this plus 1. So we get minus 1. But here's the joke now. We have to divide this by negative 1. So divide this by negative 1. And we have positive y. And then now all of this now become positive 3x plus 1. And divide it by negative 1 too. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the answer. 3x plus 1 over x. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So we're going to move on now to coordinate geometry, because we have seen so far some stuff that you have learned otherwise in the video that you got to watch, you get to watch. All right, so we would have looked at inverse of a function. Now, part 3 of the question asks, calculate the value of x for which f of x is equal to 0. All right, can I remove this now? Can I move on? Can I share the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Crystal, you're back.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
What you have lost, you can get it back in the recording, right?
Okay.
So we're going to go to part 3 of the question now. So we have approximately 1 hour remaining. So once you go to coordinate geometry and get something out of the stuff. All right. Savage drop off. I want to go on. So one jump off. This public son, I take turns. But the classroom size gets small, can't hold on again. Okay. All right, so here we are. There's a calculator.
What was the answer for the part 1?
Part 1.
Mhm.
All right, so f of f negative 2. The answer for that would have been 7.
Okay, so I got that.
Yes, and f and g of f negative 2. The answer would have been 9.
Yeah, I did that.
Good. The inverse
Yeah.
we just completed a while ago. The answer would have been y equals 3 plus 1 over x.
Okay, I'll look at it back. Cause yeah.
Yeah, I know that one will have your week. All right. So now we're going to go back now to the question sheet and focus on part 3 now of the question itself. So we're ready?
Okay.
Good. So we're gonna go to part 3 now and see how that part of the story goes. Okay. Are we ready now?
Yeah.
Just 1 second here. All right. All right, let's go now. Now, to calculate the value of x for which f of x is equal to 0. And the value of x for which f of x is equal to 0. Now it's saying that y is 0. So when y is 0, what is x? That's what they're asking us. So let's see how we do that on our whiteboard. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Where to show? All right. Okay. So let's go to our whiteboard now. So based on our whiteboard now, let's look at our whiteboard time, whiteboard time, whiteboard time, whiteboard time, whiteboard time, compound, whiteboard, compound, whiteboard. So we're going to go to whiteboard. So calculate the value of x for which f of x is equal to 0. So first of all, f of x is equal to 0. So f of x is equal to 0. So we need to find that out now. What are the values of x? F of x is equal to 0. Notice I calculate, so you have to show working, right?
Okay.
So we're going to have to 2 of x. So we're saying now that 0, well, I could put 2x minus 3 x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, in a case like this, I can cross multiply. You can cross multiply. Ready? So when you cross multiply, so you multiply this by that. So cross multiply. And what that comes up with is 2x minus 3. Because anything you multiply by 0, give you back what?
0.
0. So the entire thing will multiply by 0. So you get back 0. Now, when once you have 2x minus 3 equal to 0, they want to know the value of x. Now, I normally tell my students to consider the 2x as an entire number. Consider 2x as an entire number. 2 times what number will give you? So 3 from what will give you 0? 3 from what will give you 0?
3.
3. Good. So 2x must equal to 3. So 2x is equal to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how easy you know what 2x is. Now, what number times 2x can give you 3? What number times 2 can give us 3? That's easy. What number times 2 give us 3? Any ideas? It's worth a try.
What number times 2 would give you 3?
Yeah. Worth a try.
I know.
You know?
No.
Try, man. Try. Worth a try. Trust me, you know. What number times 2 give you 3? You know, man. Trust me. Sure, no, you know. $1.50 plus $1.50 is equal to how much?
Huh?
$1.50 plus $1.50 is equal to how much?
3?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I didn't think you want, that's not really a whole number.
No, but 1.5 is a number.
Okay.
Two halves, 1.5 will give you 3. So
Yeah.
This is 1.5. So x is not really equal to 3 divided by 2. 3 halves, which is the same thing as 1.5. So your fraction have to come to mind. So that's the answer.
And that's it?
For part A.
Okay.
So now we're going to go to part B now. Ready for part B now?
Yeah.
So for part B now, it says f of x is undefined. And I told you guys that before. So what we mean by f of x is undefined?
Because it's something with 0.
Good. What about the something with 0?
It's equal to 0. That's right.
The denominator is equal to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean then that x plus 1 must be equal to 0? So x plus 1 must be equal to 0 for it to be undefined. So what's the value of x when x plus 1 is equal to 0?
-1, I don't know.
Ah, exactly. That's all I wanted to think. So x is -1. Good girl. Good. Coming on. Coming on.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know none of this.
Well, just go in and go think and think your way through. Just think your way through the exam. That's all I need to do. Think your way through. All right. So we have just covered 2 questions based on the same topics. So we're going to now move to move on to so we can find coordinate geometry type of questions. All right, so we can find some coordinate geometry type of questions, and you can go and practice those otherwise, right?
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can find any coordinate geometry. Otherwise, you have to consult the video. Here we are, some coordinate geometry type of questions. All right. Now this is coordinate geometry. We're gonna do June 888 first. Write out the question, please. Whoa, sorry. June 88. So write out that question. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. When you finish, write it up, let me know, please.
Okay.
Mhm. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water.
And state what?
Yeah? What on Crystal?
Hey?
What you said? What you said a while ago? I didn't hear that.
And state what?
And state what? What's that?
Part B?
Oh, and state. Good question, but and state. The coordinates. You say the coordinates are part of the point at which the perpendicular bisector meets the y-axis. That's the final part of it. Thank you for asking.
All right, done.
All right, so let's take it through. Let's go through it now. So what we're talking about, the coordinate geometry, eh? Coordinate geometries. So we're looking at coordinates, A and B. So guess what? We're going to go to the GeoGebra. Well, let's understand the question first. The coordinates of A and B are 3, 5. So point A is 3, 5, and point B is 7, 1, respectively. And the word respectively there mean that A match with 3, 5, B match with 7, 1. X is the midpoint of AB. No, what's the key word here that you're probably not sure of? What's the key word?
Midpoint?
Midpoint. Good. When you hear the word midpoint, what comes to your mind? Numerically.
Center?
Center, but numerically, midpoint, numerically. What number comes to mind when they talk about midpoint?
The midpoint of what?
What number comes to mind when we talk about midpoint? What number?
50?
50? I say 50.
Oh no, middle? Something at the middle?
So if you're going to find the middle, what do you do? In terms of number. To find the middle, what do you do? In terms of number. Give me another give me a number that can mean midpoint. We said middle center. Give me a number that can mean midpoint.
4.
4? Or you find midpoint at 4?
It's between 3 and 5.
No. Nope. We're not talking like that. If you're going to find the middle of something, what do you do?
Measure the angle.
No. Could you show me your 5 fingers, please? Show me 5 fingers.
That's a bad idea.
No, well, it's how you're going to hold your hand.
No.
It's how you're going to hold your hand. So if you hold your hand like this, and these two here, right? So this is the middle. But what you notice on both sides?
Both sides have the same amount, well, equal amount.
So therefore, to find middle, what number you're using? Half. You divide it by 2, half, right?
50 is half.
No, but that's why I asked you why I said 50, because you'd have told me.
Because it's in the middle.
They must say half. Half. Midpoint means half.
All right.
Half.
Midpoint means
half
half.
of AB. Yeah, half of AB. Good. So if you establish that, the information that is given to you, you have to understand the information that is given to you. Good? No. So if we are going to calculate the length of AB, the gradient of AB, the coordinates of X, and determine the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB and state so on. So we're going to look, so let us go to our GeoGebra now. GeoGebra. Go to our GeoGebra. So we are going to plot some points. Plot some points. Mr. GeoGebra. GeoGebra. All right. So what to plot the point C5? All ready now?
Yeah.
Plot the point 3,5. So at the point now, so that's it. 3 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis, right?
You're doing it now?
Yeah, you're not seeing it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, good question. So see there now? I plot the point 3,5,
So
right?
that's 5.
Good, 3,5.
I see 3.
So you know 3 on the x-axis,
Yeah.
5 on the axis. Remember what I told you last class?
Yes.
Okay. Then 7, 1 now. 7, then 1. So the 1 right here. So plotting the point. All right. So we have good. So I plot the points on the graph, which makes sense. Even though they didn't mention graph in the question, but it would have made sense to do that on a strip of paper. You draw up a graph board. Just use your ruler and you can draw and graph people points. Easy as that.
Why is it on 8?
Oh, it's on the wrong point. Good. All right. Good. It's on 7, all right? Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Good observation. The eyes are good. All right. So now they want to calculate the length of AB, but first we have to draw the line, connect the points. Good. So we are gonna connect the points. Let's connect the point. So points are connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, so they want when they say find the length of AB, which is this length here.
Yeah.
Now, to find the length of AB, you can if you put it on the graph, good.
And to count the number of units.
Yes, but you could just use a ruler and measure the length.
Okay.
See? Yeah, because if you create the graph for yourself and using, remember now, the distance between each number is 1 centimeter. So when you are drawing up your graph paper, if you ask for a blank paper, you draw up your graph paper on your, even on the exam paper itself, you can sketch out a graph paper, quick and fast. But make sure that the scale is 1 centimeter per unit. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So if the scale is 1 centimeter per unit, it is easy now to find the length of the line. Got that?
Yeah.
All right. So this is one way of doing it. Practical way, easy one mark. Now the other way of doing it, of course, naturally, is calculation, which they ask you to do rightfully, which I'm going to show you now. So you simply go like this. We're talking about coordinate geometry here. You draw a line, come down. A line go across. Good. So the difference, you can find the length of this line. The difference between 3 and 7 is how much? What's the
4.
difference? 4. So the length of this is 4. Length of here says 4. You must know the popular triangle. The popular triangle. Length of this is 4. Difference between 1 and 5 is how much?
4.
4. So here we have in a square. We're having a square, right?
Why square? Because we have 4 two times.
Yes. Remember, say the length of a. Remember, say if you have 2 equal lengths, there must be a square you get.
Well, yes, yes.
You must get a square. Gotta get a square. So, well, so what then will be the length of AB? You can take a while to guess still. What do you think the length of AB is? All right, quickly draw the triangle. You have a ruler. You have a ruler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quickly draw this. Quickly draw this. The full triangle here that is formed out. Quickly draw this. So you have a length of 4 here and a length of 4 here with your ruler, and you measure this and tell me what you get. So that's technique.
Measure the what?
Draw here, from here to here, you have 4. From here to here, you have 4. Draw this first, then you fill the in and measure the length. And tell me what you get. That's another easy method you can use.
So I have the 2 lengths, which is equal to 4. I just have to add the 2 lengths.
And then you draw the third length and measure the third length. So use a ruler and measure 4 horizontally and 4 vertically. And then now you draw the diagonal line to close the triangle and measure the length of that line. How much you get?
7.
How much you get?
7.
7?
I'm drawing 4 centimeter lines, right?
Yeah, man. So remember, you're drawing this. You're not seeing the shape right here, sir?
Yeah, I'm drawing that.
Yes, so draw it. But it must measure 4 centimeter in length here and 4 centimeter in length right here. So they measure this length.
Mm-hmm. 5.5.
You get 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's say we get 5.5 in our calculation. So using the Pythagoras theorem. So you square x squared was a square
plus b squared.
Sure, somebody knows something.
I don't know that.
Plus b squared, yeah, this is something, is equal to c squared, right? That's the
Mhm.
Pythagoras theorem. So you substitute the letter a and b with this, the length and the width right here. So a is 4, so you have 4 squared plus again 4 square again. So now we're doing the calculation. Maybe I say 5.5, right?
Yeah.
So we now find c squared now. No, 4 squared is 16 plus 16. We're going to get c squared. So 16 plus 16 is 32, right? So we can say
Yeah.
c squared is equal to 32. What we want to find is c. What we want to find is what? C, right?
Yeah.
All right. So five and a half again.
I think so, yes.
All right. So you have to find a square root on both sides. Square root of c squared. The square root of 32. So c square. So c square root of c squared is c. And let's find the square root now of, sorry, 32. So use a calculator now. How you find that?
Five and a half or 5.6-ish. Or 5.7.
5.7.
Yeah.
So you put in this.
You do it for yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing it for myself now. All right, so 5.6. So approximately 5.7, right?
Yeah.
How much you say to get with your ruler?
5.5.
That means you're barely off. So probably never measured properly, but you're barely off. Right?
I ain't measuring properly. I just said 5.5.
You just said 5.5?
Yeah.
Crystal, you cannot do that, Crystal. How are you going to know what the technique is working? You cannot do that.
I have it here. I know how much it is, but I told you
Did
5.5.
Did you measure it with the ruler? Yes.
Yes.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You cannot do this. Have to do the thing the right way. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Try is a technique. So when you're going to the exam, you're able to relax. That is the point. I'm showing you the techniques. You're able to relax. So don't, if I tell you to do something, you do it. Don't shortcut the thing, or else you're going to shortcut your result. All right. The word to the wise is sufficient. So I'm going to show you now using my ruler on this page here. Word to the wise is sufficient. So what do you want to farm the fool? Farm the fool. That's all I can say. So let's plot about the points on this now. So this first one was 3, 5. Second was what? 7, 1. So let's kind of extend this some more. We'll draw the line. Then we're going to use a ruler and measure it. So let's see if we can bring this up. Nope. Not at all. Okay. Kind of undo that. Don't want to lose what we want to do here. So to care about this. Care about this ruler here. Care about this. That's what we're going properly here. I think that will be it, right? Let's go ahead. 3, 5, 7, 1. So it's approximately, if we can see it clearly, it's approximately, so this is 5 and 5.5, 5.6 something, all right? So approximately
Yeah.
5, 7, good. So
Yeah.
see, if you sketch a graph like what I did, you can easily find the length of AB. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, when you talk about the gradient, the gradient of the line, when they're talking about the gradient of the line, let me try and fix this back properly. Yeah, when they're talking about the gradient of the line, is a slope. You can use a graph to find the gradient of the line, but it's a calculate. I'm going to also show you to calculate. The graph is like a calculator to give you the accurate answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it would make sense to have something so that you are one if you answer right or if your method right. Do the graph method first. Then you use the graph method as a backup calculator. So now when you start to do the calculation, at least you know the answer at the end of the day. Follow?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make it clear. Now, if you're going to find the gradient is equal to, this is the terminology for gradient. Terminology for gradient is rise divided by run. You have that?
Yeah.
Rise divided by run. Now rise would be obviously rising up. Rising up. Rising how? Up. You're going up when you're rising, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be rising up from here to here is rise. From here to here is rise. From here to here is what? Rise.
Oh.
What do you call it? Rise. Now, the calculation is really the difference. Rise is the difference. To find rise, make note of this. Rise is the difference between the y values. So you basically find the difference between y values. Make sense? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So rise is the difference between the y values. So let's put the word rise is the difference. Run now. Run now. So run is the difference between the x values. Good?
Mm-hmm.
So rise is the difference between the y values and run is the difference between the X values. So all you know the X values now and the Y values. That's a question you might want to ask yourself. So first, we'll complete the triangle. Let's use a green line. So coming down here, I'm meeting up with this one over here. Good. So the Y values now would have been between 1 and what? 1 and 4. So what's the difference between, no, 1 and 5, sorry. So what's the difference between 1 and 5? The difference between 1 and 5?
Where say the Y values is? The difference between 1 and 5?
The rise is the difference between the Y values. So this is one is Y, and the next one is so one of the Y values is 1, one of the Y value is 5.
All right, so the difference between 1 and 5 is 4.
Good. And what's the difference between 3 and 7?
4.
4. So if it is rise over run, or rise divided by run, what's the gradient?
1.
Good. Good. So therefore then, what we're saying right here, is that, but there's a but. You have to know which point is first, which point is second, because it can be -1. You follow? So if you want to know if the gradient is +1 or -1, you can do it this way. Ready to find out? Now they told us that 3, 5 is A. 3, 5 is what? Point A. And they told us that this one is point what? Is B. Well, B. So obviously the graph is running from A to B. Good. Once you're going to go this way and come down, once there's a down, coming down, the gradient is going to be
negative.
Good. So you're going to be -1. If it's going up, if it's going both up and to the left, so if it's going to the right and then up, it's going to be positive. If it's going to the left and then going up, it's still going to be what? Negative. So that is why it's important to draw the graph. The graph is an atlas to direct you to your correct answer. Is that clear? Right. So there's much emphasis make. So when you have practice, you have to practice to draw the graph up. All right. Now, so we're going to now focus on the gradient of, we'll find the gradient and we'll find the length of the line. Now we're going to work the coordinates of X. Now the midpoint of AB is what we need to find. Halfway, the line. Now how we find it halfway of the line is simple this, ready? Ready?
You find the midpoint of AB now, you say?
We're going to find the midpoint of AB now. You ready to find it now?
Yeah.
All right. No, you can't think of memorizing, you know, you have to practice. So after the class, you know, so you jump on something.
I can memorize this.
I don't need you to memorize anything. It's not recommended. Which is more recommended.
I cannot.
Oh, you cannot. Okay, makes sense. You should not try to either. All right, so we're going to now talk about midpoint. Now, the formula to find a midpoint. Mark you. There's a trick to this thing to find the midpoint. There's a trick to this thing. You can use, I'm telling you the tricks of the trade now. You can use a strip of paper. So because you draw the graph accurately, I have the accurate length. You can just strip a strip of paper, a thin strip of paper, thin strip, and line it up with this line. Cut it, then bend it in half. Then bend it in what? Bend it in what? Half. So when you bend it in half now, you rest by the strip of paper to one end meet here and one end meet and the other end meet the half of the line. So where the other end meet the half of the line, that's where the point will be when you're using the graph. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Very easy practical way to find out the midpoint using a graph paper and a strip of paper. Make note of that and try it. You can't say, I never want you. Do when we look on the exam question, I'm see me say, oh, Crystal, you're supposed to get this, you know. Because Crystal, you follow the exam. I'm going to assume so you follow it. You're going to assume you follow it. Right? I tell you,
You better assume that I also am not prepared.
I was saying, what?
There you go.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
You know that you're just playing.
What is it? What is it?
I say you know, but you're just playing.
I'm behaving myself, so you know why. So you can get away today. You can get away today, right? All right. So let's go now. There's another way you could do it though. You could bisect the line. You could bisect the line. You could bisect the line, right? You could bisect the line as well. If you know to bisect a line, you can use this and bisect the line. You can use this and bisect it. So it's like, let's say we can bisect the line. So you bisect the line, and you pull your protractor, your compass, it's a little bit more than half the length of the line. Am I in the right thing here? Yeah. You go all the way around. So. All right. You move it to the other area, and then try to see if we can do it that way. So, all right. So, okay. So this way now. So now we try to bisect the line. So go that way. We'll bisect the line. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
So you open up the protractor to more than the compass or to more than half the length of the line. And you just draw those arcs. Good? You just draw those arcs. Now where the two arcs meet, that's where you're going to draw your line. So you draw a straight line through where the two arcs meet. And then you find, so this now is your perpendicular bisector. And you find that where the two lines intersect, that's where your midpoint is. So right there is a midpoint. 5, 3 is a midpoint. So we use a graph. So 5, 3 is the midpoint. I'm going to show you how to calculate, use a calculation method now to show you the midpoint. That the actual answer is 5, 3. Oh, shoot. 5, 3, right? No, wrong thing with this, right?
There's the answer for part B.
Yeah, the wrong thing. I'm going to try to set it up now. Yeah, the right way, right? All right. No, let's use the calculated method now. Now, the calculation method is like this. So you're going to add the x values bracket, add the y values bracket. And then when you add them now, you're going to divide them, you're going to divide them by 2. So you're going to divide this by 2 and this by 2. Note I put a comma. So x, what are the x values then? 3 and 7, right?
Yeah.
The 3 plus 7 is how much?
10,
10 divided by 2 is how much?
5.
5. So we find the x value already. See it right here. See it? You see it? So the y value is now 1 plus 5 is how much?
6,
Divided by 2.
3.
Good. So we're fine by the same answer. So the graph gave us the answer already. So just in case you never remember the calculation method, at least when you practice the graph method, you get your answer. You'd have gotten your answer. You'd have gotten the actual answer. So the examiner probably now go wonder, but you know, say calculate, examiner say, get a bit to the door. Maybe time run out point, you couldn't do the calculation. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get a full mark. Right? So using the graph, very essential to practice using a graph. Use a simple method then. That's why when I make the videos, I'm teaching you some simple method. You have to practice it back. That's why I must watch the video. Well, I'm speaking the past tense, and that's why you should have watched the videos. All right. So, all right. So the next question says no. So I found out all of those methods. Determine the equation of the perpendicular bisector. So you see there? See there now? See there? We have it already. We have it already. Now, when you're going to find it, the perpendicular bisector is a line. It's a line, right? See there? It's a line. See there? It's a line.
Yeah, yeah.
And the perpendicular bisector, what it does, it cuts the line in 2 equal what? Halves. You see? Midpoint. Now, in order to find the equation of a line, you need to have certain things. So when you find the equation of a line, you need to have certain things. What do we need to have to find the equation of a line? Let's look at that. To find the equation of a line, no, you need to have at least 1 point. There is 1 point. So a point. Good. It also have the gradient. And you need to also have the y-intercept. What do we mean by the y-intercept? The y-intercept is where the equation is where the line cuts across the y-axis.
You broke up there.
Come again?
You broke up.
I broke up.
You're breaking up then.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
hear me
get
now?
what you said before. Yeah.
Okay. You hear me now? Now I'm saying in order to come up with the equation of a line, you have to have at least 1 point. You have to have the gradient of the line. You have to have the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line cuts across the x-axis. You got that? You got that?
Yes.
All right. So you can easily find that, you know, by doing what? Extending the line. We can easily find by extending this line until it cuts across. So we keep it straight. So it's cut, see? So it cut across it. So it's approximately 2. Right there. So we already have the y-intercept, which is -2. You follow now? You get it?
Okay.
Now the gradient of, we have 2 perpendicular lines. We have 2 perpendicular lines. Good? And we can find the gradient of the line using the graph again from here to here. We can even use it from here to here to here. So 3 divided 3 between 3 and 5 is how much? What's the difference between 3 and 5?
2.
2. And we can say what difference between 1 and 3?
2.
2. So 2 divided by 2 is what?
1.
1. So again, the gradient is 1. So the gradient of two perpendicular lines is equal to -1. All right. In other words, how we get that? The gradient for the first one was what? 1, right?
1. Yeah.
And gradient for the next one is what? 1, 2. But if
Mm.
one is negative, the first one was -1, true? So I'm going to multiply that gradient by -1. So -1 times -1 give us what? Positive
A
1.
positive.
And the gradient for this is positive because you're going to the right, you're going up. So it's positive. Make sense? Make sense? So this gradient is positive 1. So we know the gradient, I will know the y-intercept. So then no. Watch the story. Watch the story now. The equation of a line is written like this. Y is equal to mx plus c. All we need to find is the gradient and the y-intercept. Make sense? So we can not we have the gradient, we have the y-intercept. We can just write the equation now. Y and it's positive 1. So you do have to really write. You do have to really write the 1 because 1x is the same thing as x, right? And
Okay.
the y is -2. So you put -2. This is the answer.
But what about the m?
No, the m is gradient is 1. See? But I don't need to put the 1.
Also, that's the thing you don't have to write.
Good. Don't have to write the 1. So the equation is y equal x minus 2. And I can prove that to you using the GeoGebra. You want me to show you?
Yes.
You want me to show you? You didn't even answer me.
I answered you.
All right. So let us erase this. You write out this, by the way? You write out this part? Crystal?
No, I didn't write that part yet.
I write it out so we can keep on going.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on. Ready now?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's go to GeoGebra and show you that we can reproduce this graph. All right, so I can erase, I can remove that. So let's go to GeoGebra and show you now. The proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the what? Pudding. So x minus 2. Ada cadabra.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
You see now? Ada cadabra. So see there? 5, 3, and -2. So the line just run through 8. So we found it. Now, but this was AB. And we'll find what? we find what? The line. So the equation of the line is x minus 2. See? See, I put it in there. X minus 2. See there? See there? See there? See there? Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. And if you look at this equation right here, this is -1 and it's +1 on this side, you see? They are perpendicular. Right. So you have to pay attention to that detail. All right, so we are wrapping up. We have 3 minutes to go. Now, the other part now, so you must find what now? Other part of the question, so you must find what? Let's move to that. Oh, shoot. Shoot. What happened on it? Jeez. Not even answer. Did not pay me. Okay, junior age, right? So the state now the coordinates now of the point at which the perpendicular bicycle meets the y-axis. So the point at which the perpendicular bicycle meets the y-axis, it's easy to find. So this is the coordinate. Right here. You see it right here?
-2.
X is 0. No, remember what the coordinate have 2 values. X is 0, y is -2.
Okay.
So x is 0, y is -2. So remember, we have to learn how to read off the graph. X is 0, y is -2. You get that now?
Yeah.
All right, so I've completed that question. I hope this session was fruitful. So we have covered the image. We have covered inverse of a function, composite function. So you find the value when given the x value in the function. We have now covered coordinate geometry, where we find the midpoint, equation of a line, gradient, length of the line segment. And now if we do the perpendicular bisector, when a line is perpendicular to it. If it is parallel, then I can tell you that you do the reciprocal of the gradient. Say one line is parallel to the next line. Say the gradient of one is 3. The gradient of the next one is 1/3. So you do the reciprocal. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So, how was this session for the class? We have come.
I rather this than watch videos.
That's more. Yes,
I said I rather this than watch videos.
well, it costs more. It costs more. But it's the same thing. Is it the same thing? Are they gonna be able to come a video?
It's more interactive, and you're also explaining what is going along. I mean, you're doing it in the video too, but I don't know, right?
I did the video too, but it's too long.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I heard you.
So how do I access this now?
That means you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel.
So it's gonna be on the YouTube page.
It's on the YouTube page.
Okay.
So you look for CDPLABS Mathematics Marathon.
Okay.
All right, so let me just tell the persons, just give them a little thingy. All right, good night to our subscribers of CDPLABS Edu Services YouTube channel. This is for general exam students. So we're doing exams, so we are starting our marathon this evening. Now, if you'd like to be a part of the marathon program, we are not going live every night. It will be recorded, but not necessarily streamed on our YouTube channel. You'll see it after the class. If you want to be a part of the interactive session, then of course you can go to our website. You can register for this short period, of course, for the marathon, and our customer service agent will speak to you. So if you enjoyed this session tonight, if you found it very fruitful, very beneficial, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share the link, and of course, click on notification bell. And of course, you're also going to click on the like button. Good, if you like it, and leave a comment. So take care. Have a wonderful night. We are going to have another 3 hours tomorrow. We're looking at a different topic in the syllabus. We looked at ranges and functions and graph. We will have one part of graph, one section to look at, which is the inequalities. And we were looking at that and moving on into a different area in the syllabus. So take care. It's yours truly, Ronnie Bernard from CDPLABS Edu Services. Take care. So